all that.
Okay, the law of cosines. It's very similar to the law of sines.
Is there a line of tangents? A lot.
A law of tangents? It's a very good question. No. Or you could put the law of sines over the law of cosines. Of course, that was a math joke if you guys don't get it. Tangent is sine over cosine. Law of tangent, law of sine, law of cosine. Okay. Okay.
Will that work?
No. Okay, again, non-right triangle, ABC, boring, little a, little b, little c across from those. That's the requirement. We can do that next. That look familiar?
Where have I seen that?
The Pythagorean Theorem minus 2bc cosine A. It's kind of like the Pythagorean Theorem. It's not the Pythagorean Theorem. So.
Wait, the 2BC are those little?
They're the side lengths. So all of these are the side lengths. Then you have the angle. Yeah. So when you're set, if you look in your book, it actually has 3 versions of this. Okay. Feel free to write them all down, but what I would coach you to look at, if it's a squared, it's cosine A. If it's b squared, it's cosine b, and then these are all different than what's here. So you can build the formula based on just having one of them with the opposite angle and side. And then these here are the other sides. Okay. You could also write b squared equals a squared plus c squared minus 2ac cosine b. Take your pick. I've got one more. Like I said, put these on your blue sheet. You don't have to memorize them, but you can see the relationship between B and B, and then A and C go here. Yeah. Yes, yesterday. How many variables are here? 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. You need 3 out of the 4, and you can find the other. A lot of times we'll use this to find angle A or B or C, or you can use it to find a side length. So let me show you one. This is for you, Jose. Cherish it because it's never going to happen again.
Oh. No.
Calculate the largest angle measure. Shut up, Jose. You're no longer my friend. Of course, you never were.
Yeah, who said he wanted?
Okay. Which angle is the largest one? Well, that's 2 answers. Anybody want to pick T?
K.
Why is it K?
Because K is the
K is opposite the largest side. That's the largest angle. Okay. Yeah.
Wait, what?
K is opposite the largest side. So it's the largest angle. It's required to open up more, right? So we're going to calculate angle K. That requires little k for the law of cosines. We need little k squared equals I squared plus t squared minus 2it cosine big K. So again, applying that formula, K and K go together here with I and T in the middle. Okay. So K squared is 7 squared equals 6 squared plus 5 squared minus 2 times 6 times 5 cosine K. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So you have to figure out where those numbers are supposed to go. Right now it's just an algebra problem. 36 plus 25 minus 60. What's 36 and 25? 61. Now subtract 61 from both sides. My subtraction correct? Okay. Now divide by negative 60. Yeah, 1/5. So, dude, see how it didn't bounce? I know it's basketball season, but dang. So K is the cosine inverse of 1/5. Survey says
78.4.
How come you just like
jumped.
K equals
1/5 is this, right? It's cosine K. How do I get rid of the cosine? To get K equals, you do cosine inverse. So that's solving for an angle. Yeah, that's what I was told. Hopefully it's correct.
It is, I just did it.
Okay. How would I, now, could I use the same formula to solve for T or I? Yeah, do you want to? No. It's, we can use the law of sines too.
What if you find the other angle?
So I have this. Law of sines is just shorter. So I encourage you to use the easier one. 7 over sine 78.463 equals 5 over sine T.
Wait, I think so we didn't want to solve.
No, we said we didn't want to use that formula.
Oh.
Law of cosines is just a lot more work. You can still use the law of cosines to solve for these angles, but that one's shorter.
I thought we didn't have to solve for K though.
If you're solving the entire triangle, I'm just leading you down that path. This is probably the way I would go. Okay. Anybody get that? Just quickly. Anybody disagree? Birdie says no. And then the other one, you just do 180 minus, right? Okay, so you can solve triangles there for their angles using law of cosines. Are you comfortable? Or your plastic chair is killing you? I figured that. Did I tell you that water gives you cancer?
Yeah.
So does plastic.
Well, everybody has done that in their lives.
It's a very nice logical extension, Mr. Hatcher.
I'm very sure clothes can get cancer too. I know that's the cancer is from clothes. Stop it. Stop drinking water and stop sitting on
You can use the law of cosines. This is the easy way to find a side length. All you need is an included angle and two sides. So I would say k squared equals to 14. I'm just pushing you. This is the easiest law of cosines problem. So you have two sides and an angle between them. You can calculate the opposite side. K squared equals. No. Because you need, okay, if you use 20, you have to have that. We don't have it, it's a variable. If we use 15, we have to have that variable. 14, we have to have that variable. So there's no one place we can use the law of sines. If you have three items, okay, you can do all three sides or two sides and the included angle. If you have either of those, your money. Actually, any of them. Any three items in a triangle, this works. Yep. You plug them in the right spot and solve. Okay, so, anybody get K? Ah, good question. Ask it again, louder. Anybody?
Because it's not right.
Not a right triangle. No Pythagorean theorem, not a right triangle. Yeah. All right, I guess we're not getting an answer there.
I know.
I'm confused. Is the
It's little k. See, it has the. I think we have to.
because all that
I got 6.5.
So why did you put?
just where you gone.
K squared. Do all this math,
Oh.
then square root it.
That's what I did.
Yeah, I
You got
did.
6.5.
I did it, but I.
Maybe we should go through it. Okay. Duly noted. 225 plus 400, 625. 30, 300, 600. Cosine 14. Yep.
Wait. I'm using
So 600 times cosine 14. Anybody? So times that by 600.
582.1.
Okay, subtract.
Still going the same
Minus negative 42.
New.
Negative 42.8.
42.823.
That's k squared. Now square root it. We get k equals 6.543. Yeah, I'm pretty skilled. Actually, it's the answer you told me 3 minutes ago. You can get a pretty good estimate there.
You did that.
I would probably guess 6.5 on that, just off the top of my head, because
Oh,
6 squared is 36, 7 squared is 49. So if you add 6, you get 42, right? And if you add 6 again, you get right around 49. So right there in the middle somewhere is 6.5. That's what I would guess. It's just a little strategy I use. Are we good? Okay, here's one more. One more area, triangle area formula. This is if you have all 3 sides.
hero? Hero?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
And we could add in a little hero if we wanted. Okay, here's the first step.
What is that supposed to be?
Calculate S. Okay, Superman. Hero, Superman. I thought you'd make that connection.
I'm not smart, I can't tell this.
You're book smart. Kayla, you're book smart.
Yeah.
It doesn't have two.
Okay, first step is to calculate S. Okay, the area is this. I could keep going to make you feel bad, but I'm just going to stop.
Oh, I'm confused.
What? What is that?
This is the area of any triangle.
But that
Oh.
any triangle.
If you have 3 side lengths, okay, you have to calculate S first. Then you insert it into the area formula with A, B, and C. That's interesting. Our book writes it differently, but okay, so let's just do one. I had planned on this, but we'll get to it because everybody's like deer in the headlights.
I'm usually like that all.
Okay, 5, 6, and 7.
And then you just plug them in.
Yeah, but why don't we plug it into the equation?
Okay, you have to calculate S first. So S is
18 plus 7.
18, so that's 9, right? Now the area. 9 times 9 minus 5 times 9 minus 6 times 9 minus 7.
9 minus 5 is 4. 45. Times
36 times 3 is 108 times 2 is 216. No, it's a decimal.
14.697.
Because you didn't square root it yet. Okay, so it's another formula, another way to calculate the area of a triangle.
696.
Units squared, because it's area. Yeah,
No. So you're finding area and what else?
that's it. That's the area of that triangle. I did.
What happened?
It was all.
Because that is what you plug into the formula. You have to find S, then plug it in. Yeah. They could write all this into the formula. It'd just be longer and messier.